Hi, welcome to the Nuage VNS Customer Portal demo. My name is Mohammed Asif and I'm a product manager for Nuage VNS Customer Portal. Today, this video session is more focused on uh, on the access control aspect of the portal. It could be from a features point of view or object point of view. So before jumping to this live demo from my lab, what I will do is give you a quick overview of the demo setup and also the what are the features I'm going to demonstrate. So as I briefly introduce demo setup in my other videos, on the right side you can see a Nuage VNS platform here, and which is based on the VSD, VSCs, and the virtual images of the NSGs. And there are two in my lab for my setup. On the left side, there is a VNS customer portal, which is deployed as a containers and also high available cluster. It has its own load balancer and proxy, which is facing the customer coming from the internet. It has a mail server and which is used by portal as well as by notification app. But for this particular demo, I'm not going to be using any emails and that type of stuff. So let's go to the next slide, which is more giving the overall view of this different features. Three main feature functional module in portal: service fulfillment. Well, we already have a video on that. Demo video, visualization, which is more dashboard and reporting. There is a separate video for demonstration purposes for that. And today is going more administration, specifically from a user access control point of view, customer management point of view, and that type of stuff is going to be demonstrated today. From access control point of view, I just want to highlight another slide, which is just indicating that the portal comes with a different type of the access control. One is from a customer's point of view, overall customer A, customer B, how much access they have it from an object point of view. So customer A and B, for example, can have the access to the different set of object as compared to each other. And features wise, also they can have the different level of the access using the customer profile concept input. If it comes to the individual user, which can be service provider user or it can be end customer user, the access for their particular feature access is based on the roles. So depending on how many roles are created in portal, which is again a fully customizable fine-grained role-based user group can be created and then assigned to the user, and then they can have the access to the portal feature based on that. So I'm going to demonstrate pretty much all these three aspects into this portal. So let's go to the portal login page here. As I mentioned in my other videos, portal is a multilingual out of the box. It's just simple as translating a one file, dropping into a particular folder, and that particular language will then show up here. Like this Japanese language, you can see portal is already translated into that. So first I will log in as a service provider using a super admin user, which is like a root user, and entering its password here, and CSP is the organization for the root user. So once I log in, I will be taken to the dashboard of this service provider, which I have explained the dashboard in my other videos. So I will be right away move to the organization tab, which is more the customers for this service provider. You see some of these customers are created here. And the thing which I want to highlight here is that there, as I mentioned, there is a concept of the object access control, as well as also the concept of the feature access control. So let's take a quick look from the object access control point of view. I think that's the part which I mentioned here. So let's go back, and the object access control is basically you can define the different type of the objects which are already created in VSD platform, and they are not assigned to if it is not they are not already assigned under the context of the enterprises in VSD platform. They are more global in the VSD platform. Then portal can basically add the accessibility accessibility level here. So for example, these are two objects exist here, egress class policies, which are typically applied on the LAN ports of the CPE devices. So which one are visible to the which customer? You can basically set it up here. For example, in this 20 meg class policy, 40 meg class policy, I assign it to one particular customer whose name is demo, which we can gonna take a look in here. But this particular policy is defined to two of the other customers here. NSG templates, which is CPE template or CPE, whichever they can use. Again, you can see that some of them are global. One is global, but one is assigned to only one customer, and demo one has this NSGE one. So if I log in as a demo, I should see global one, I should see demo one as well. But if I log in as a JPS network, I will see JPS one and global as one. So let's take a quick look. Go back to the organization list here. And if I go to the demo, let's go first demo. Remember the egress class policies, two of them are assigned to it, and the two of the template, one coming from dem global and one assigned particular to it, should be visible here. And same idea for GPS. So one option, I can log in as a this particular customer, or I can impersonate them and I can go and check from the service provider point of view as well, which is exactly same as we can do as a particular user of that particular customer. So one thing I want you to take a note, the branches here, you see one branch only. So if you look at here, there's only one branch already created here. I'm gonna demonstrate it from a multi-tenancy point of view as well, because now you are under the demo customer context, and there is only one network there, which is corporate network. I can go and check detail if I want to, but that's not very focus of this demo. But I just want to highlight the one corporate and one branch exist here. And now if I want to add a new branch here, so thing I want to expect is that uh, the the templates available here is the two of them, which are one of them is coming because it is global, everybody have access, and this is particularly designed to this one. So that's the exactly what I was trying to highlight, that uh, some of these one are going to be using this one. Now if I go to the detail of this branch, there is a feature where you can basically define egress class. And since there is no VLAN, let's very quickly, let me add a VLAN value here. Let's say I add a VLAN 100 here. If I do though that, now I have apply a class on this one. So if I go into class, and if you see that only two of them are available, not the third default one, because we assigned these one particularly to this one. So that's what I was talking about, the object level access control. So going back here, uh, going back to the service provider view, and this is the customer list. And if I go to the GPS network, now this time, so first thing, the number of branches are 4 here. And let's take a quick look. These are completely different list of the branches that only belong to this particular customer. Networks, two of them, demo network, management network, completely totally different. So just to demonstrate the multi-tenancy feature of this portal, the other thing I want to highlight is that take a quick look. If I go back to branch again, we add a new branch, and you see the list here is totally different, because that's one is coming from global, one is assigned it to particularly. And if I go to one of the particular branch, and since it is already activated, so there should be a VLAN there. And if I try to look at the egress class available here, there's only one. That's what is assigned to it. Or yeah, it is assigned to it. That's what, not global. So that's basically demonstrate the object level access control, and more object coming. We are keep adding into portal from access control point of view. Now the other feature which I want to highlight is that's a major one, is the access control from a feature wise at the customer level. So we saw on this level from object, this is more a customer profile manager. So the customer profile manager basically define, let's take a look on Platinum. It define all the major features of the portal which you can assign to a profile. And once you assign that profile to a particular customer, when you are creating it or you are updating it, then customer will have access to all of these features. And some of the browns, for example, is very limited. There are not that many features there, so they are limited there. But some of these are way more than. And you see some of the signs that since these are not assigned to anyone yet, so you can remove them. But here, since this particular package has been assigned to a customer, then you cannot remove them. You cannot change them unless you unassign the, because that's where that once you assign the feature to customer, customer will can create the roles based on that. And once the roles are set it up, then removing or taking away some of those things can basically uh, create a trouble for them. So there is a way to manage it, and that's what it is we demonstrated here. Okay, what we will do is that we have a Platinum with pretty much all feature. What I will do is that just to demonstrate how quickly you can create a new profile and how easy and flexible it is. So we just want to add a new profile, and maybe that profile only allow reporting feature. So I call it reporting package, for example. Maybe a customer who are interested only to have the access to the reporting, and you can put a price tag there, like say that if somebody comes they can just pay $50 per month, and that's good enough to provide information. So that's basically create a new package which I am calling a reporting package. Now I have not assigned anything to it, just a simple wrapper. So when I say manage profile, that's where I'm going to say that, hey, I want to assign application discovery. I want to assign this one. Branches dashboard, no. Dashboard I will assign. Address cost, no. That's more branch provisioning. Layer 3 network, no. Encryption, no. And what are the other reporting thing I can do? Network traffic, I can do network performance. And I think that's pretty much we need it from that point of view. Okay, so I will assign them to this. These features are assigned to this package, and if I go ahead and say create, that will be done. So if I want to make a change into this one, for example, I have not added a user management edit, I can do that as well if later on. Adding the new feature to existing is easy. Removing taking is needs to be need a careful look at that point of view. Okay, let's go back and to organization. Now creator, because I don't have any, these are already assigned there. So how easy to create a new customer? So we can call it whatever, maybe some bank XYZ, and description is reporting access only, and address is whatever we can put it here. Let me put an address from 600 March Road. Profile, uh, that's a more VST profile. uh, this is highly recommended to assign the most superset one, everything enabled for them. So this is not much relevant. And customer profile, this is where we are going to assign reporting package. By the way, you can assign more than one if you want to have a more fine-grained control, different packages, but having a very limited feature in it. But you can then assign it, they can buy more and more as the like a more marketplace concept. So reporting package, I can go and assign more, but for now I know that reporting package is the only thing I targeting. I automatically, my name is filled in here. That's the administrator of that particular organization. So I will just fill in any fake phone numbers here. Doesn't matter right now. Email address is important because that particular person is going to receive a temporary password to log into this particular there. Once I do that, uh, I can now say enter. So it should go and it should create that particular customer, and it goes, it should give me a view on that, but I will go back and check in my list. Bank is created, and with that there. Now, as I said, I can impersonate these users. I already show you, for example, GPS network, or I show you demo who has a platinum package there. If you want to check what is installed here, so it has already platinum package and assigned to it. So it has the full access pretty much. You see this one, it has all the menu item, and under each menu it has the add and edit option as well, based on again the role as in this one. But if I come back to this list and I click on back and I impersonating, you see this one. So it has only access to the dashboard. And if from dashboard they can run the report as well, although they are all blank to now because there's no data collection right now trigger, there's no branches, no network there. So that's what how you can quickly set it up that different customer can have a different level of access. If you want to give them a user access, you can simply come here and go back to the profile, go to the reporting package, manage profile, and you add the users one. Okay, so this now has the user access as well. And by the way, you can assign to different customer as well here too. But it's right now, if you see here, it is only assigned to this one. You can assign to other customer as well if you want to. If I go back to organization, it's a bank here. Remember, I add the user for them. You see the user management menu start showing up. And if they go under user, they now go ahead and create the user as well. Right now, this is the default admin user already created with the portal, which I just started. So that's more like a feature which we just talk about. We talk about from the the access level for different type of the customer, and you can define your packages using the customer profile manager feature from portal, and then you can play around that how much feature you want to expose to the end customer. And once the end customer have the list of the feature available to them, they can then go ahead and define green access control for their user. And that's the next thing I'm going to demonstrate here. So let's go back to the list of the organization. There is a JPS network and there is a demo one. This is the two one I'm going to use from a demonstration, I think, purposes, mostly JPS network. I think I already shows from a multi-tenancy point of view. So what I will do is the first thing I will do is I will log into the JPS network. I can go and do everything here as well. So if you look at under the JPS network, uh, under users, there are one is a default admin, uh, and there is a user I created for myself. So let's, and it also has the access to the admin group, by the way. There is also a admin user I created for this demonstration, and it has an access to the admin group as well. So admin group, these are the groups. This exists admin group. An admin group I created with the full access to all the feature here. If you look at the how you create them. So I give a full access, view and edit to all of the features under each of the module, traffic management, blah, blah. So that's how I created it. Next level, what I will do is I will create another user a group first. That's more like a role, special role. And I will call it read only, right? And I will go in each of them now and I will just select the view. I will not select more than that. And dashboard, I will giving them access to, because these are only tied to a dashboard, not to the feature. So maybe I will give them only branch view and nothing else. So these two I'm not giving them. So keep in mind when we will see these should not show up. Okay, so here again, only view, branch view, layer 3 network, only view. But I'm going to give access to all of these one. Uh, and maybe I can yeah, let's give them application aware routing. They can enable disable. These are the more enable disable, they cannot do it, they can only do the view. They can view here, they cannot assign, they cannot make changes there. Traffic, same idea, they can only view. So that's how I keep them separate, and I create that particular user group, or we want to call it a role. That's only terminology difference. Now I will go and create a special user as well for this particular there. So add a new user, and I call it a read only user, email, my email address here. Phone doesn't matter for this demonstration, so I can put any fake emails. But the important thing is that this one, read only user, that's the username I put it there. So that's what I will use for login. It's a temporary password. I put it here. And now I will go ahead and I will assign read-only user group to it. By the way, I can assign multiple of them. Very same, very fine grade control you want. You can head there in different ways. So read-only, this user is created. So there's an admin user, there's a read-only user. So these are the two user I'm going to use now to log in into this portal, right? So right now I was actually doing everything as a super admin, as a so I will log out from here. So first thing I will log in as a admin user. Same password, but the organization is GPS network. When I log in as a admin user, so now I see my dashboard as a GPS network, and I'm an end customer user here. I have pretty much full access because I'm an admin. I can run the reports from here. I can, if I go under the branches, I can add branches here as well, right? I can create a new branches if I want to. I can go under network. I can add a new network if I want to. And if I go under this one, I can have full access of menus, which changes I can do on this service as well. Under user, I can go and add user as well. And I can create user group as well. So that's how the full flexibility I have as an admin because I am given this admin. Now I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in as a read-only user. Password ABCD1234, which is same GPS network. Since I'm logging in as a first time to this portal as this read-only user, it will force me to reset the password. That's the feature we have it there. So it's asking me what is my current password and what is the new password I want. So I am changing my password here and I log in. I'm not interested to save in my browser history. Now if I go and do read only user and I would say GPS network, I should be logging now as a read only. So as soon as I log in, from a visibility point of view, I have pretty much all. Now remember the two of the menu items, two of the widgets are gone because I did not assign to this particular user. When I define a read only, I did not put the network summary and the other one, the user summary. That's are not assigned, so I don't see all of them there. Under branches, I don't see a button to add a branch. Under network, I don't see a button there to add there. Under management network, I don't see any items showing up here. So I cannot basically, I can maybe view them, right? So what is done there, but I cannot change anything on this service. Under users, I cannot add a new user. I can just see a list here. And if I want, even I cannot see that, but I demonstration purpose, I assign that I can do that. So that's how flexible it is, and you can go and you can define these users as well. So that's what the level of flexibility, and that was the third aspect which I showed, that if you are assigned to different type of user or user groups, you will have a different type of this one. And the key point here is that you can define these user group as you want it. It's fully customizable, fine grain control. You can define the fine grain control for your customers as well. As a service provider, you can set it up that you can set it up the object access control as well. Again, a fine grain control, you can set it up the way you want. That's pretty much the demo for the access control point of view. And again, thank you very much for watching this video.